fuck been going on? I'm taking it right. Talk to you about everything.
What's up, LHF? What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Keish, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today, alright, so y'all remember the Island Boys, right? I wonder, like, I be trying to, you know, stay in tune with everything, but these boys went from something to something. And I'm trying to figure out what that something is. Like, I follow one of them on TikTok, but shit, I don't really know. I think I know which one I follow, but like, whatever. But let's see. But I barely be on TikTok, so yeah. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment, and let's go ahead and get into the video.
I want to reply to a comment like this. I don't understand why you're being so hateful towards me.
The Island Boys have been receiving fewer and fewer likes on TikTok every single month since they blew up. 10 million, then 9 million, going to 7 million,
like them
before
folks
pretty
was
sharp
hot.
dropped to less than 3 million last month. The Google Trend Graph tells a similar story. People have slowly been losing interest in these two rappers who have made respectable physical sacrifices
were they
for their
really
career
rappers?
in entertainment. However, we're not here to hate on the Island Boys.
Entertainers,
the
maybe.
argument that they were destined to fail from the very beginning.
Not a
And the
rapper.
first reason is because they never had a decent skill set or product to begin with. When they first blew up 6 months ago in October 2021 for their infamous I'm an Island Boy rap, it wasn't because people were impressed by their ability to sing. In fact, it was the complete opposite. The video went viral because of how terrible the song was. The Island Boys were instantly judged as two talentless bozos who had covered themselves in tattoos, and as a result, people began to follow them for their stupidity as opposed to their talent.
And I think they're entertaining.
I wonder what
and I
made
follow
them
them.
so.
There's another entertaining.
Like I said, they were entertaining.
Stupid shit that they say.
They were mocked brutally in some of the funniest TikTok parodies ever posted to the platform, whilst being used as a representation for how easy it was to get famous on the internet in 2021.
Let's be real. How long before the Dust Bunny twins over here get a record deal, sponsors, and tours? You don't think so? Remember this bozo?
Now, the difference between the Island Boys and someone like 6ix9ine is that while 6ix9ine also got famous in part by his over-the-top ridiculous appearance, he actually has a decent portfolio of music to fall back on. People hate on 6ix9ine, but only in the beginning. He then becomes well known, people check out his music, and then some become fans after realizing that his songs are actually
music?
decent. Therefore, it's a solid growth strategy. On the contrary, for the Island Boys,
I got a
people hate
couple
on
of
them and
songs on
check
my
out their
playlist.
music, only to realize it's similar to their TikTok content.
But I
It's
don't
not
have a
worth
song
listening
for
to.
these.
People don't find these guys entertaining. They're not entertained by them. Other than, oh, hey, these guys look like this. Oh, that Island Boys video was funny. What's happened since? Nothing at all. And they keep rinsing and repeating, and they're milking it dry. Did you really think you were going to go into this club and do this a cappella
That's
Island
what
Boys and
makes
people
them
were going to mess with it?
Without
Because they're
some
not
decent art
entertaining.
form to fall back on, they're unable to
I know
convert
it's
their
weird,
haters into fans over time. Therefore, they either become even
but
more hated or completely
they're entertaining
irrelevant.
because they do
The Island
something
Boys
different
discussed this on the Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul, stating that the haters were actually fans because they were following everything that the Island Boys were doing.
They're really fans because really, think about a hater. A hater is watching you sometimes more than a person that loves you. Yeah, and if they're hating on me, it's just because they really love me. Because I see the haters check up on me more than the love. So.
Which seemed to be a variation of the it's better to be known than to be liked argument. However, there are so many examples of where this doesn't really apply. There are countless YouTubers who have been outed as predators, for example EDP445 and Minilad, who are both very well known, yet receive almost no views as a result of people disliking them so much that the audience goes out of their way not to watch the content. Therefore, the argument is probably better expressed as you need to have an entertainment form that people remember as being impressive, whilst maintaining somewhat of a likable reputation, which the Island Boys don't really have. People don't think about them in the context of unique, edgy artists that put a lot of effort into their music. They think about them in the context of two clowns who are famous for being famous.
Do you think that that's part of what people kind of hold against you as a grudge? Is that like your image is crazy and you're sort of famous, but maybe the music isn't necessarily the reason why you guys are so known?
Right.
One of the Island Boys would go on to state that the other reason they had so many haters was because of jealousy.
Just hating on me or whatever. and it's just a form
Like,
of
I don't think I
jealousy
can
to
put
that,
all the
because I'm not really
tattoos on my
doing that.
face.
Which is just another naive argument
Yeah,
often
I
made
want
by
like one right
narcissistic
here or
celebrities
some
who lack
shit.
self-awareness. Why are you so
But, like,
confident that people want to be in your position? Do you ever consider that maybe there's another reason as
Nah.
to why people hate you besides jealousy? The everyone is jealous of me argument displays a lack of critical thinking, personal honesty, and self-awareness, which was highlighted once again when Logan Paul would ask them about why they thought they blew up in the first place.
Makes
Why do
him
you think you guys
arrogant.
went viral in the first place with the Island Boy rap?
I worked my ass off. It's not even just the Island Boys. It's the fact that we went through so many obstacles and it was just bound to happen.
Now, it'd be a cheap shot to say that there was no hard work. I'm sure the Island Boys had to have put some degree of effort into their career before posting that mega viral video. However, as mentioned previously, they didn't blow up because they had been in the studio relentlessly for 10 years straight. They blew up because they were being laughed at.
You have that
10
it
years.
factor.
I'm a star.
10
yeah, we
years
do. We're the only
straight.
ones that are talented in the singing.
And this is one of the strangest parts about their whole career. They've deluded themselves into thinking that they have musical talent as a result of becoming famous.
So basically, when I was locked up, I was probably one of the only people in the dorm that knew how to rap, that knew how to freestyle, but didn't care. I think me as a rapper,
see the difference
my
is?
music is underestimated. Though.
He said the
Yeah,
dorm.
for sure.
You know,
I'm a
you
good
go
artist. I
to
can sing,
jail.
rap,
It's
whatever,
considered a
freestyle.
cell.
I can
It
do
ain't no
rock,
dorm.
Even going so far as to
Wherever
say
he was
this when
at.
asked about their future.
What is next for you guys?
We're rappers.
Boy.
We care about the music way more important than a lot of things. We try to take over.
Get me up out this cell.
Because I can say I
You
can
don't
rap.
get me about this dorm. This ain't no college shit. This ain't no junior shit.
What's your 5-year plan?
To be lowest top billboard in music. Maybe acting if they let me with tattoos acting or something like that.
However, their confused response of always being top of the billboard in music was certainly lacking in confidence, probably because at the end of the day, they know that with their current image and skill set,
Well,
it
y'all
isn't
ain't
their
better than my
producer
brother
to compete
when it
with
come
the
to
top of
rapping.
the billboard.
Their look doesn't help them
Yeah,
at
that's
all
my
in
brother on
terms
the
of
intro.
music because people just see them as this
And that's just a
ridiculous
snippet.
character. And it's just
Not it.
unfortunate for them for the future. Right now, they're probably enjoying it.
For example, when they post the official version of their I'm an Island Boy song to YouTube, it's basically impossible to find a single positive comment, despite the video's 13 million plus views. Thank you, Island Boys. You saved my brother. He was paralyzed in a fatal car accident. Luckily, when I played this song, he rose and clicked the sound to mute. Wow, you guys definitely have a hidden talent that should stay hidden. This is my alarm clock every morning, been waking up 30 minutes early just to turn it off. Thank you, Island Boys. In addition to this negativity toward their music online, they'd also receive a similar response during their public appearances. For example, they'd both attend the Jake Paul vs. Tyrone Woodley fight, where the entire crowd would try and get them kicked out, stating that they had apparently thrown a shoe at someone, which they
Hey,
never
y'all
did.
gotta be the most hated dudes to get kicked out of a boxing.
The Island Boys are getting kicked out because they just threw a shoe at someone.
Additionally, in November 2021, they'd be booked to sing at Club Live in Miami, where they'd be booed by the crowd after yet another underwhelming performance, at which point the audience would discover another reason behind why their career wasn't unwilling to take advice from more knowledgeable role models in their field. Going back to the Impulsive podcast, the Island Boys seemed pretty proud that they had paved their own path after Mike would ask them about which
I
rappers
just
they
think
had
after a
been
certain
inspired by.
time,
What was
man, you
your
got to humble
inspiration?
yourself in this.
Like obviously you guys
this
listen to
world.
rap music coming up.
I try not to listen to nobody because I feel like it betters my mindset.
Is that why you guys have such a unique sound?
Yeah. We don't listen to rap. Nowadays, I used to listen to a lot of rap.
Do you think you should start listening to them again?
No, because you're gonna try to say
Yeah,
they
because
already
I'm
me.
trying to
And I'm not
say-
trying to like, you know what I'm saying? You make it more being yourself. I'm not
Are
trying
you
to
sure?
bring about being yourself.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I agree with you guys to an extent of not like being swayed by other people, but also at the same time, like the current winners in the culture act as like guardrails and guidelines for what you do with your craft.
Mike is 100% correct here. If they were to copy another artist completely, people will call them out as copycats. However, if they decide to completely ignore the valuable lessons and current trends set by the industry's leading artists and walk their own path without any inspiration from anyone else, they're just going to end up sounding like, well, the Island Boys.
Is that how you end up in a place where you sound like you guys do, which is so drastically different? Like I wouldn't call it hip hop. Like it's not rap, right? Like what is it?
They don't even really seem to understand what their own genre of music is.
I was trying to go for more melodic sound. When you keep on rapping in the same
Cadence.
in the same form, you got no flow. Like it's the same flow.
Monotone.
Kind of monotone, like a very
and going back to their inability to take advice from others and eventually walk out of the Impulsive podcast after George would provide them with what seemed to be some tongue-in-cheek yet useful financial advice.
I think if God forbid it doesn't go in your guys' direction, for real, I think you guys take all of your jewelry assets and invest it in something. So you guys will never ever be broke again.
After storming out of the interview, an article will be released by HITC reading George Janko vs. Island Boys net worth compared after podcast view, which put the Island Boys net worth at $100,000 compared to George Janko's net worth of $600,000.
Still got more than that guy.
With the Island Boys being so offended by George's basic financial advice and the semi-accurate idea that offensive things are just self-deficiencies that you're yet to address, their emotional response to what George had to say is also a pretty good indication that the Island Boys are probably pretty unwise and insecure when it comes to their financial situation. You know they're also insecure about their future if they flip out on a simple question like that. George didn't say anything offensive. The world is laughing at these boys, not with them. I refuse to believe there's people this insecure when it comes to money.
Cars. Don't be wrong, I would do the same thing, but I would do other shit with my money as well.
This sort of confidence and arrogance, I do think would end up getting in the way. Financial advice is like not something to get offended about. I mean, there's nothing in there that should have been offensive.
They also reiterated what was said earlier about the unlikely nature of their career lasting for the long term.
A career like this could last you anywhere from a few months to a few years. We've seen so many people come up like this.
How did they get to a career after this one?
And then all of a sudden, they do nothing. They can't carry that momentum. And for this right
after
now,
one little thing they did, how could it be a career?
But I'm not sure if that could be sustained
No, the
or if
definition
that
of career
could be
nowadays
translated
is
into a
kind of wicked.
successful career long term.
Before going on to
You
once
have a
again
career
discuss how
in
George
anything
was
at
probably
this time,
making just as much money as the Island Boys.
I don't see anything here that would say George is making less money than the
I
Island
guess
Boys. If anything, he could be
me
making the
too,
same,
I'm
if
gonna
not
my career,
more.
so.
However, when this point will be put against the Island Boys on TikTok, they seem to share a differing opinion.
I'm gonna say it respectfully in the most humble way as possible. I doubt he's making any new money like how Island Boys are. We are successful and happy in life.
Which will be followed by another TikTok, once again displaying their
It's the
inability
color
to
of
take
these
the advice
folks'
of others
hair.
and their
They
desire to walk their
clip,
path
what?
of success alone.
But if someone's talking about my financials, I don't want to hear it. You're not the one that's making me millions of dollars. I make millions of dollars myself. You know what I'm saying? It's just me doing it myself alone. You dig?
Overall, the reason behind why the Island Boys are already on their way out was summarized simply and obviously in a comment made by a YouTuber called Hello Yassine.
It's short-term hustling, and we've seen this exact same quote-unquote business model, I guess you could call it, being done, but this doesn't last.
Alright, pause it right there. No, Island Boys. Y'all think they got? Y'all think the video was speaking facts? That's what I'm gonna say. Do y'all think the video was speaking facts? I know some of it was pretty factual, but like financial advice, get mad over that, that's not a reason to be mad at nobody. Somebody trying to help is definitely not a reason, because if somebody knew some shit that I didn't know to help me double, triple my money, shit, I'm finna listen to them for sure. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I fuck with y'all. I love y'all. Y'all love me. We a family. And I'll see y'all.